Hi, and welcome to part 2 of an 11-part series on the topic of freshman transition, where we've been talking about the ninth grade opportunity and how if schools tackle their ninth grade problem in the right way, they can transform a school from the bottom up. Today we'll talk about the real ninth grade problem. It's not retention rates or failure rates or dropout rates or discipline. It's a believing problem. So let's move on to part 2. The dream. It is the responsibility of schools to give everyone access to the American dream. Now, this is something most educators can agree with. But here's where the rubber meets the road. Here's what's important. First, we must make students believe they can have access. Then we must give them the tools to achieve it. This quote came from the superintendent of schools in San Diego many years ago. He spoke it at an AVID conference. And what we like about it is that it has the first things first. We must make students believe they can have access. Many of our students believe in the American dream, but they believe it's just not for them, it's for someone else. If they don't walk into our class thinking that this class can lead to something and can better them, how can we expect them to want to learn? First, we must make students believe they can have access. Now, if we're going to do that, we better be believing the right things. Too often teachers sell themselves short. Too often teachers have a believing problem. We have to believe that subject matter is important. You might say, duh, I'm the only one who thinks it's important. Well, we have to believe it is so important that we have no choice but to teach it with enthusiasm, no choice but to make it important to our students. We have to believe that the students can learn the subject matter. Hey, many of them don't believe they can learn it. So if we don't believe they can learn it, then no one believes they can learn it. We have to believe that. We have to teach it in a way that we know they can learn it. And we have to believe that we can make a difference. That one great teacher in a lifetime can make all the difference. This is idealistic. I understand that. But we must tackle the ninth grade problem with the right mindset. If we don't think that this stuff we're teaching is really important, if we don't think they can learn it, and if we don't think we can make a difference, well, then we probably won't. Now, if we as teachers believe the right thing, or things, then there's a better chance that students can believe what they need to believe. See, freshmen, in fact all students, need to believe that they can learn the subject matter. If they walk into class thinking they can't learn, they won't. Freshmen need to believe that the system is there for them. Man, there's so much money in schools that goes into students. That's what it's all for. Teachers' salaries, buildings, all sorts of facilities and wonderful resources all for them, and yet they fight the system. We need to overtly teach them that the system is there for them. Don't just expect them to pick it up by looking around them. They don't pick many things up that way. We need to teach them the system is there for them, and we need to teach them that life is or can be good. For many kids, life isn't that great right now. But in the end, life is a game of your choices. And if you make the right choices, you can control the destiny and the path of your life. Imagine a kid who walks into class thinking they can learn, thinking the system is there for them, thinking that this class can help them on their path in life. That student is a dream to teach. We need to get our students believing this way, but they won't if we don't believe the right way. This is where the freshman problem lies. This is where it must be tackled as a matter of believing. So what we're going to do for the rest of these videos is take a look at what must be part of a successful transition program. Each bubble that you see right here is a different part, a different component of a successful freshman transition program. And each video piece will cover one of these bubbles. Again, we are Solutions Etc. My name is Scott Habib, and along with Ray Moore, we're happy to speak with you about the ninth grade opportunity. If you'd like to contact us, please feel free to do that. We hope to hear from you at some point in the future and maybe help you as you work to transition your freshmen. But let's remember, before we go any farther, the most important thing is getting our freshmen to believe the right way. Once they believe the right way, once they're thinking the right way, then we can start to do the awesome job of teaching them all the content we have to teach.